Good morning. 9:20 my time. I think I want to work on the enemy spawn area so we can set up a grid system that we can kind of paint, particularly on the world map where specific enemy types will spawn. This is something I've done a couple times before at least, and so I'm gonna probably just copy in the last iteration that I did of that and then modify it to fit here. But that's going to make each area of the world map feel unique, right? When you have enemies specific to that area. And now with with this kind of system that we have, it's split up into these quadrants. That could be one way that you handle the enemy spawns. Like, for example, each quadrant could have its own array of enemy types that can spawn and, possibilities for each one. But I think I am going to paint this in per tile. It just gives you more control, and it's also how I've implemented it before, so it shouldn't be too complicated. Anyway, looks like the audio is good. I have headphones on, so I'll still be able to talk every now and then, but I'll probably just kind of be focusing on the work. As always, in the comments, feel free to let me know if you have any questions or feedback. If you want to support the channel, just interact with it if you want, or you can subscribe and get updated when there's more content. I don't like spam with this channel updates or anything like that. I just upload new content a lot, or at least I try to. So yeah, all right. Thanks for watching. I'll check in as I go along, and especially at the end. It'll just be a quick session today because I have to leave around 9:50 to go pick up my kid and go do the parent thing. Love it. All right, I'll get to it. Gonna get coughed out first. There's a little preview. So, what would the last one be? It was the turn-based tutorial. Of course, I have several of these. I feel like I already got the art in. I could be wrong. Yeah, we're gonna use that. We'll find it. I don't know if I need that resource, but we'll grab it anyway. Let's take a look at that. So I know that's going to need that art. That's easy. So now it should be able to open. Oh, this is a tile set. That's okay. We're going to remake this. Let's delete that. Yeah, that's an old Godot 3 tile set, so we don't want to mess with that, I don't think. World of map, that's old. This will be a tile map layer. We have to figure out how to do that now. So we're converting this from Godot 3 to Godot 4 right now. So I'm just going to do a search. We'll see what comes up. I think it is in get cell. Let's see. I don't know. How to get auto tile for more. This should be more obvious. Yeah, we want the Atlas quartz. Maybe that's what they call it now. There we go. Okay, cool. So we just put the cell in. And so unless I'm missing something, this should be set up. Looks like we're putting all of our enemies here. I guess that's fine. I just have to update the names. So just update this. It's naming. Yeah. Oh, whoops. It's gonna break that. We want to redo that. What's up with, yeah. So we'll put that with the other. I feel like we can probably do that. Let me just give it a tile map or tile set. And then we can paint it. And for this, I'll probably just start with the rectangle. And just do something like that. And then we just turn this alpha down. And we can also just hide it. Like after we do over our painting, we can hide that. And so just for testing, I might leave that on. And like say we have ones there, just so we can test the different areas. In here, I'm going to put in all of my different enemies, so I'm going to want to look at my enemy folder. Let's say we have just like example one. Oh, that's not what I wanted there. Let's give it the is that like a basic slime? Let's say tire cap now. And then get enemies weighted. Oh no. So that we just send through the player position. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna spawn one here. Should just be lamps. Okay, that didn't work. So let's print. Danger might be sending an array. That could very well be what's happening. So before we send that out, because this isn't getting called when I automatically spawn a battle. Also, let's do debug. Where's it? Print debug. Let's try it again, see what's going on there. Danger target reached. Oh, right. This really needs to be up here. I just have this in the wrong spot. That's on me. Let's give that a go now. So I was running, I was pressing B to go to battle, and so that wasn't calling this, obviously. So let's see now. All right, cool. Cats. Now if I go over here, it should just be lamps. Beautiful. So go to battle. We can get rid of that now. I think the main thing we want to check is, does the danger node, does that work with this? All right, perfect. Cool. Well, that was easy. So basically, I just have to update this. I can modify that later. Because I have it set up so that I can put it directly in here. If we want to use that kind of global, like everywhere in the room setup. Anyway, what's wrong tool? Oh my gosh, can I draw here? I think this hides by default. That's probably why we didn't see it. So you can see what's going on. See, so you can imagine, like, when we go up here, maybe the enemies change a bit. I don't know. And like the enemies down here would probably change. Just gonna kind of draw these in myself. And for example, if I ever wanted to change that and say, no, let's make that zone 2, I can do that. Like, say, if I want kind of a natural progression of the difficulty that I can visualize, we can always do that, and we can move these zones around really easily. For example, I think right now I kind of want the player to go south. I'm not sure. But maybe I do just want them to find this. And so if that's the case, I do want this to be my 1. And so it starts to become helpful from a planning viewpoint, because now I can start thinking like, well, what kind of progression do I want the player to do? And this was a perfect example of why I wouldn't want to do a grid-based system, like, or rather within these larger quadrants, like just having a set enemy type spawn within that, because you have different areas, right? Like, I want this to start feeling different when you get closer there. I might even start that a bit sooner. And yeah, just fill them in. Why not? I might turn this up a bit more so I can see it better while I'm working. And yeah, so area 2 could be the area outside of that, and maybe over here a bit. I don't know. Now, of course, I need to actually get like the proper enemy spawns in here. So we want low level. Yeah, Scarf Snake. And Shroomy. The number there is its spawn chance. Tofu block could be, I think, down here. We don't want the lamp alarm. And yeah, maybe you get like derpy, Shroomy. Kind of like a 2. So we can kind of start filtering out the previous enemies, but maybe there's still a little bit of regular Shroomy. So maybe derpy and tofu are even higher. Right, it's all about balance. So I'm going to run the game again, and we'll put this into action. I'm going to want to get an enemy encounter here. So that looks right. I'm going to kill them, run away. All right, we're still in the first area, which is area 0. Then down here, see? We're just getting the new enemies in the new area. Maybe need to balance it a bit better. Maybe that's just too much. Now we go in here. We get asked out on a date. Why not? Need to get some items in here. This dude points you to the cave to the north. Tells you they're a big weenie. Oops. You go to the cave. And now we're getting enemies, you can see here, from our danger script. And so that's just a different way that I'm handling the enemy spawns. They're probably spawning a little bit too frequently in here. I got the danger value set a bit higher. Yeah, it's a little ridiculous. Let's take a look at that. Let's just like, I'm in the wrong. I gotta go. Yeah, I think the default's just way too low. So world's at 1036. I feel like the default, if we edit that in here, check this again, 1036. Probably want like 422, something like that as the default. Hopefully that doesn't change world. Yeah. So that should go into play after that first encounter. You can see we can walk a bit more. It's still, I think that's too low of a, no, we gotta go in here. I have to get rolling soon anyway. But you can see, right, on the world map, we're not getting any enemies from danger, but we start getting them in the cave, because that is using that danger. I'll just comment that out for now. We can clear that, make it. So it's going to reset now. It's still, maybe it didn't update. That could very well be. Maybe these exports don't update like that when the game's running. I think that's just from quitting. No, I take it back. It's not. Yeah. I think since they're not all going to have that, this is going to be up here. It's going to be null. We're going to take this. And then on ready, we're going to check if that's valid. No, I don't know if that's it either. Get node or null. Okay. And this is a path, so it has to be in a string. And so if that is valid, let's do this like we only have to update it one place. Ah! And we want to put this in here. Then we want to do, I'm sorry, we can just do that. I forgot that existed. I'll do it after the text box. And so now if we go to these towns, it shouldn't throw an error. Yeah, no error. We're good. All right, cool. I have to get going. Let me know what you think. Thoughts, feedback, suggestions, whatever. Hopefully that helps. What do you want to see in this game? Let me know. I'm not saying I'll definitely do it, but worst I can say is no. All right, good luck with your games. I will talk to you next time. See ya.